This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The Christmas star is getting ready to shine bright. We talk about the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn next. Welcome everyone. I hope you're warm, healthy, and happy. And to all of our Jewish viewers, I hope you're having a great Hanukkah. I'm Ken Kara with today's information. There's an astronomical event coming up that we can all enjoy on Monday if the weather cooperates. I could talk all day about the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, but I'll only go on for about the next 6 minutes with our Janine Lasant.
This is a unique situation. I get to interview for the first time ever our very own Kenny Kara.
Hi Janine, good to see you. I feel some pressure for some strange reason. This is odd.
You love space and you've been doing some podcasts and some really nice posts about space, and that's one thing that COVID, I guess, can't touch. It can't take us away from what's happening up there, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I think people have dealt with this a different way. Some people have been cooking, some people started blogs. I started a space blog and I've been looking up a lot. And there's a big event coming up this month on Monday, December 21st in the evening. It's the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. What does that mean? Well, let's start at the beginning. What is a conjunction? It's basically when two objects in the sky appear close together. And I freak out when this happens. I'm like a kid on Christmas. This is my 32mm telescope lens. It goes in this telescope here and my other telescope. And when I peer through it and I see two objects close together like the moon and Mars here, I just lose it. So why do we call this a great conjunction? Well, when our solar system's gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, meet up, we call it a great conjunction, and this happens around once every 20 years. This year, they'll only be 1/10 of a degree apart. What's 1/10 of a degree? I have no idea. I went for communications, not math, but it's close and it's going to be very, very cool. The last time they were this close was 1623, and that was just 13 years after Galileo published his work Sidereus Nuncius about what he saw in his telescope about the moon and Jupiter. He actually discovered the moons around Jupiter, and we'll get into that. You sound smart when you say Sidereus Nuncius, and I think I pronounced it right.
And it just rolls off your tongue.
And the last thing about the conjunction that's pretty cool, this is something you can see with your naked eye. You don't need a telescope, and it's right around the Christmas season. And the Christmas star, Janine, people when they think about this and they say, what could they have possibly been talking about with the Christmas star in the Bible? Some people said, hey, maybe it was a supernova. Other people said, oh, maybe a comet. And others think it was possibly a planetary conjunction like we're going to see on December 21st.
So what do we do? Because, I go outside and all the stars look alike. So, are there things you can tell us to look for? Is there any advice on how we're supposed to go out there? Is there a specific time?
Yeah, so what you're going to want to do is I'd start going out now. If you might have noticed the first thing to pop out in the night sky recently, you might just glance at it. It's really bright. It's been Jupiter almost all summer long. So what I would say is get out now if there's a clear night or you just have the opportunity. Look at the sky and you're going to use an app. There's a Google Sky Map. I use Mobile Observatory Pro. You can give that a try. That'll guide you around the sky with your smartphone. And to start looking now, you'll notice Jupiter, you'll see both of them together right now, and Saturn, and over the coming days, you'll see them getting closer and closer and closer together. So Janine, I'd wait for like a half hour after sunset, around 5 p.m.-ish. Look toward the horizon in the southwest. On the 21st, you'll see both planets, Jupiter and Saturn, with your naked eye super, super close together. And here's why. This is a view from Earth of where both planets will be located on that evening. So when you're looking up, think of this image and the fact that you're standing on a giant space rock called Earth, staring at two gas giant planets millions of miles away. If you have a telescope, great, because you'll be able to see Jupiter's 4 Galilean moons, Saturn's rings, and some of Saturn's moons, including Titan. Using your own eyes to see Saturn's rings and Jupiter's moons is something I think we all should do once in our lifetimes. It will blow your mind.
Again, something to do during the pandemic that you can do on your own time. It's very enjoyable. It's a nice hobby. I know people are picking up different hobbies. For me, it's making wreaths. But we all have something that we enjoy that maybe we found something new this year that we enjoy. And I know for you, it's always been space.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's also time to get out of our comfort zones a little bit. Like, I'm a terrible cook, and I've tried that. I mean, it hasn't been great results, but at least, it got my mind off of things for a bit. I couldn't make a wreath like you, but could try it. I've done some arts and crafts with my wife over this, and it's been fun. I haven't been great at it. And if you've never done astronomy, why not? You don't need a telescope for this. Just take a night. And you know what? Even if it's a few nights before, check the weather. If it's going to be cloudy on December 21st, maybe get out on the 20th or the 19th or the 18th. They'll still be pretty close together. Some advice, dress warm as you're out there and viewing things as well. I suggest some tea, hot chocolate, or straight bourbon since it's 2020, something to keep you really, really warm out there. And take some cell phone shots. You can put your cell phone into your pro camera mode and just play around with the ISO and the exposure, even if you don't know what those two things mean. I'm kind of a videographer here, Janine. I don't always know what's going on with the cameras, but play around till your shot looks pretty in pro mode, so you could get a little exposure to that. If you have a tripod, you could use it. And if you do miss it, yeah, you know what? I'll try to put up a weather shot on the news with Saturn and Jupiter. And also I do have my blog. It's a little fuzzy astronomy. It's alfastro.com. You can check it out there.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Frankie's Pizzeria, located at 3739 Wyoming Street in Hazleton. Every Friday night is all-you-can-eat crab legs from 5 until 8 p.m. Reservations are suggested. You can call 570-454-6000 to make a reservation or for more information.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. On Friday, it's mostly sunny with highs in the 20s. Friday night, partly cloudy with lows in the teens. Saturday is mostly cloudy with highs in the 30s. Saturday night, mostly cloudy with lows in the 20s. Sunday, mostly cloudy with highs in the 30s. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with lows in the 20s. Monday, partly sunny with highs in the 30s. And Monday night, mostly cloudy with lows in the 20s.
Some interesting segments coming up, including a story with the state police who are getting into the holiday spirit. And in sports, we talk with 2 district champion tennis players. And in the SSPTV Spotlight, we have our cooking show Forget About It and some delicious Italian egg rolls.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the United Way will be doing their annual Christmas Day dinner virtually this year. Those in need this Christmas season can contact one of the numbers on your screen. MMI Prep's Drama Club will virtually host an evening of one-act comedy, pandemic style. The video will be available on the MMI Preparatory School YouTube channel on Friday evening. The Miss Greater Hazleton Scholarship Organization will be having a raffle fundraiser in which the grand prize will be 12 single-day tickets to Disney World. The winner will be announced on January 1st, 2021. For more information, you can visit missgreaterhazelton.weebly.com. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. William R. Boyle, age 81 of Hazleton. Services will be held at a later date under the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Zachary F. Calello, age 21 of Freeland. Services will be private under the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. Hermencia Yate de Provea, age 85 of Columbia. Services will be held at the convenience of the family under the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. And Joseph A. Marsicano, Jr., age 64 of Freeland. Services will be private under the Harmon Funeral Home in Drums. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.